Hey, Seminole State family. Have you heard of the social science video contest? Well, if you haven't, you're going to find out about it today and get to know what's it to you. What does it matter to you? This is what we're going to talk about.
Hey everyone, welcome! Research Rally, let's do it!
Hello! Pew, pew, pew. It's Wednesday, it's 4 p.m. Hello, Seminole State family. I'm Nicole from the library, and as always, joined by the amazing and one and only...
Hi, I'm Information Jason, and we're also joined by...
Oh, hi, and I'm Ross from the library. How are you?
Hey!
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a crowd here today, don't we?
Oh, wow, 25 eyeballs. That equals 1,400 billion watchers. That's great!
Yep, Jason does the math here on the show.
Not well, but I do it.
We get together every week at Research Rally, 4 p.m. on our YouTube channel. Some of you may be joining us for the first time ever, and we're happy to have you. If you've watched before and you're ultra super fan and you were just like waiting and set a timer for when this was happening, thank you. It's good to have you here. Yes, so we talk about all things library, all things Seminole State College campus. Like, we don't just talk about library stuff, right, guys? Lots of different topics. We try to keep you up to date on what's going on in the college. A lot of you are here today for FYE credit, and Jason's popping you up in the comments. Yes, we've got students from lots of different professors. Thanks for shouting out your professors.
Yeah, all over. Really quick, Melissa, Jasper, Mariah, Marco, Sammy, Alessandra, Paula, Grace, Jalice, Gabriella, Jack, Abigail, Kennedy. I'm getting out of breath here. Juan, Kelly. Okay, hi, Kelly. Mark, hi, Jasper, Sarah, Joe, Manny, Shantae, Sarah. We have a lot of watchers.
Do we have any Justins? Do you see any
Fish.
Justins there?
Go Fish.
If you see a Justin pop up, please let me know. I got a little Justin video thing. Anyway, So before we get into really digging into the social science video contest, which is something that happens biannually or twice a year here at the college. So you watching, you may get involved in some way. There's lots of different ways to get involved. So we'll talk about that in just a short bit. But let's introduce ourselves and actually explain, because if you haven't met a librarian or come to the library yet, maybe you don't know exactly what we can help you with. Let's do a spotlight on Ross, because I haven't heard anything out of Ross yet. He can't get a word in edgewise here. Ross, how do you help students here at the college?
Primarily what I do is I help with research assignments, and I do a lot online. So if you're taking your English 1 class or English 2 class online, speech, a lot of those types of courses, you might run into me there in Canvas as part of the class. That's a big part of what I do. If you see my little spreadsheet behind me, those are all the classes I was working with this semester. So we might run into each other there. I'm also at the Sanford campus. I mean, we all are kind of at the Sanford campus a lot. But really, that's what I do. I'm here to help you with finding sources, helping you with your citations, all of that kind of stuff.
All right. So, Jason, what else can you add to that information about what students can expect to get from a librarian?
Sure, Nicole. Absolutely. So I also help with all of your research and your reference needs. Information Jason here. I help you find the information you need to succeed. I also help a lot with the programming and the engagement events that we do at the Sanford Lake Mary Campus Library. So that means Lunchbrary and Nightbrary. We had a great Lunchbrary today with the theater performance coming in, the theater department. They did some improv. They did a great 1 act, and we have 2 more weeks. We have this week, and then we have next week. And next week is our 5 hours final Nightbrary. So if you want more information on that, you can go to seminolestate.edu/library, or all the information is in Raider Connect. And I see many friends here that I've worked with before. Just like Ross, I am embedded in many of these classes as well. So shout out to you. And if you need anything over these next couple weeks, feel free to reach out to a librarian, again, for your research and for your references. What's the information? How do we cite it? We can help you with that. And then our friends in the Academic Success Center, the tutors, can help you with your writing, your grammar, your punctuation, and all of that fun stuff. Back to you, Nicole.
All All right, thanks guys. And I'm not going to do a little intro because like, trust me, I'm going to get my word in edgewise and y'all will be sick of hearing me talk. But basically I am on the team with Jason and Ross supporting student research, citations, like Jason said, what is the information and where did it come from? Those are the things that we are focusing on. And we, where I pulled up did I pull up the ASC? No, I didn't. We want to plug the ASC.
Oh, I have it up.
Oh, you have it up?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And let us know your name and your professor's name in the chat. We want to make sure this is participatory. And then let us know if you've signed up, put a Y or a no for spring classes. Registration has begun. So we want to make sure that we're getting you back here for the spring. And then what's going on with the ASC there, Ross and Nicole?
So, I mean, the Academic Success Center, like we were saying there, they are the people to see if you need help with the course material, right? If you're writing a paper, if you need math tutoring, science tutors, they're the people to go see. And they have presence at most every one of our campuses and online. I think the online tutoring thing is really awesome. You can take a draft of a paper that you've worked on and you can submit it to them asynchronously. They'll send you some feedback. It might take a little bit longer to get it, a day or two longer, but like it's a really cool way to get feedback, right?
Yeah, and it's free. It's part of your tuition. I mean, you're paying for it. It's already there. It's available in person, online, all the campuses. Again, if you have that question, I know that I don't want to ask anybody. I don't want to bother them. We get that a lot too, right? I don't want to bother you with the question. Bother us.
You're paying us to be here.
Bother me. Bother me. Come on, bother us. So our friends in the Academic Success Center will help you. You're writing, you're tutoring. Hey, maybe it's math. I used to go to the Academic Success Center for math. Maybe it's biology. There's a lot of tutors for a lot of different things. All that information on the campus website, seminolestate.edu. PERT, all that stuff. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Okay, so
we do have one question. Let's address this really quick. Caitlin, this does count as attendance. You're here. You're attending. You are getting credit. The credit is happening. Can you feel it? It's happening. You're getting credit now. Hey.
All right. Well, we're not going to give you the link until we're going to make you wait like 23 more minutes, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay,
let us know. Put a Y or an
an
N in the chat. Have you signed up for classes in the spring? Remember, Rally to Register is going on now. So let us know in the chat. All of you who participated so far, keep participating. Get engaged. Put a Y if you signed up and an N if you haven't. Back to you, Nicole.
Nice. Okay, so the social science video contest. So like every other librarian, like Jason mentioned programming, Ross also works with programming. We don't just help with research and citations. We do a lot of other projects around the college. And one of those projects that we're involved with is the social science video contest. This happens twice a year in fall and spring. Each fall and spring, there is a new topic or prompt and that is for that your video has to be centered on. Now, the videos are supposed to be 3 to 6 minutes. There is a rubric which is available. A rubric, you may have seen that in some of your classes, is basically a checklist of what has to be included for it to qualify. And that is in there's a Canvas course where you actually see all the rules and submit your video. Okay, so there's a lot. You have to log in with that login you use for everything else at the college, right? Canvas, your school email, all that stuff. And there's dozens of entries. Some students, you may find yourself in a class where you actually get extra credit for entering the contest. But even if you're not in a class that's offering a video contest for extra credit, you're welcome to submit something. And if you place, you can actually win tuition money. The first prize for the contest is, first place is the cost of one course. You get that reimbursed for you, okay? And then there's, for second place, it's $150, third place, $50. So we got some little cash prizes here. And you get that awesome recognition. You get that awesome, you can put that on your resume. You can put that on your extracurricular, like if you're doing a transfer letter and you're trying to transfer to a university after you finish an AA or AS at Seminole State, it can help you. It can set you apart from other students and give you that little push, okay? So awesome. Okay, we got that little question there. Sorry, I couldn't see myself in that.
Where are you? There you are.
Where am I?
Hey, where'd Ross go?
Okay. So we're not going to play all of the videos for you today, but I'm going to play the second place video, and I did turn on my audio, so I'm hoping this will play because I want to show you an example. And if you want to see the rest of the videos, you can definitely come back to this page. Okay. Now, entering a video in the contest is not the only way that you can participate in the scholarly conversation that is the social science video contest. We'll talk a little bit about that in a moment, but let me play the second place video by Andrew King. And fellas, let me know if you don't hear the audio, okay?
Artificial intelligence
Rhymes.
sparked massive fears among the American workforce that machine learning may be coming for their jobs. In an uncertain economy, new developments like AI are creating waves of potential for layoffs and radical democratization of resources. As AI is integrated into the economy, worries and uneasiness are found everywhere, with emerging technology being little understood by the public. Artificial intelligence is an emerging force that seeks to define and reshape our economic world as we understand it. Yet, this elusive technology lacks a clear and concise definition as to its core essence, and is obstructed by corporate legalese, seeking both to overhype a new economic trend and distract from the potential dangers that surround it. Simply, artificial intelligence, also known as AI, is an abstract ideal of achieving consciousness through machine learning, allowing intelligent machine systems to be able to formulate their own ideas, goals, and understand the methods in which to accomplish them. The most immediately impactful and well understood models among the public are known as large language models. Text-based AI that can be used to learn new information, draft emails, write poems, and formulate intriguing ideas. ChatGPT is the most accessible and well-known of these tools, already seeing mass integration within the workforce and art world. The opportunity to automate massive amounts of potentially redundant work is tempting for shareholders within corporate America. Many S&P 500 companies are bloated with an already ineffective workforce, and many of these white-collar email jobs remain at the highest risk of being replaced by AI. When closely examined, though, AI retains a need for human guidance for most tasks of any complexity, and is more likely to reduce the workload of every worker by 20% than lead to immediate layoffs of 20% of the workforce. Diving into a specific case study, the article, "This Company Adopted AI, Here's What Happened to Its Human Workers," looked deep into how an early version of AI has benefited a company that mostly handles online chat-based tech support. This article explained that the AI was trained on interactions between the employees and people using the tech support, and noticed whether the advice left by the customer was satisfactory or not. Using this data, the software was able to help boost productivity of the company on average by 14%. Another economic sector that is radically exposed to the advancements in machine learning is entertainment and media. A major facet of AI has become the generation of prompt-generated images, videos, and even 3D models for animated films or video games. From crafting new ideas in the writer's room to removing the need for vast teams of artists to create animated work and VFX, Hollywood and larger entertainment industry is at risk of intrusion by smaller teams and emerging talent. With far less capital required to create media, one may see a radical democratization of the industry, just as digital filmmaking has over the past 25 years. The only consistent adage of technological advancement is that you can't put the cat back in the bag. Facing down a potential upheaval of workplace employment and new jobs, propping up the emerging technology, the best path one can take in an uncertain world is to embrace the new world.
Do you hear that, guys? No choice. You have to embrace. You have to embrace it. Oh. Uh-oh. We can't hear you, Jason.
That's because I muted myself because I was singing along to the Grimes. That was
Okay.
Grimes on the soundtrack there. Congratulations.
Was
that was
it?
second. Yeah, that was second. That was Grimes. See, you know Grimes from Elon Musk, but you've never heard
I-
her music. That was her.
I mean, I've not a lot of it. You know, Andrew King. I hope he credited her, because I don't know, like in the credits, because part of this contest is naming your sources correctly and citing them correctly that you use in your video. So we'll have to check on that. Listen,
I'm pretty sure that's Oblivion off the 2012 record Visions by Grimes, Canadian artist. But anyway, we digress.
Oh,
We
that's
digress.
awesome.
There we go.
So as you can see, and the second place winner of this past contest, Andrew King, the video making is a science and an art, right? Because you have to stick to the rubric. You have to actually read material about the topic, which this semester it was AI, and you could choose different facets of AI. Okay, so here we're talking about how it affects the economics of the workplace, basically. You have to know the information and be studied on it and present it in a manner like if you were writing a paper, it has to make sense, right, for you to get a good grade. But also, we saw some artistic elements in there. Okay, like the mood of the music that Andrew picked, it lent, a sense of like futurism. I mean, what else does that music embody, since you actually are expert on it, Jason?
Well, no, and we've been talking about AI for a long time. We had talked about like Daft Punk and stuff. I mean, it had that sort of like futuristic thing, and then he was just sitting in there in that chair. He looked a little AI to me. I didn't know. It was like, yeah, I was like, what's going on? He has some good equipment too, a Shure microphone, and he had the background padding and everything. He looks like an internet guy who does all these
He's probably a
videos.
Twitch star, and we don't
probably
know it
is.
yet.
I know, right?
So
probably is.
Yeah. So as you can see, there's the science and the art of the video contest, and it's only going to get more competitive. And I promise you, actually, most of the people that place are actually dual enrollment students. If anyone's watching right now and you're a dual enrollment student, shout us out in the comments. Let us know that you are a dual enrollment student, because we see a lot of those students going above and beyond, which is awesome.
Yes, and we asked people who's signing up for spring classes. Many, many, many Ys for yes. Very awesome. And then we asked what the majors were. So let me get to them really quick. Biology, ISD, nursing, pharmacy, nursing, undecided, English literature, undecided business, early childhood, fire, emergency services, undecided marketing, accounting, sports management, undecided but changing political science, mechanical engineering. Juan says taxidermy. I don't know. I'll have to look in the catalog for that one.
I got a neighbor that does that.
We'll have to take a look and see. Nursing, and then undecided in theater. So again, if you're in the first year experience class and you're undecided, that's right where you should be. There's a lot of different options for you. And we hope that you get something out of your first year, your first term of college, and then hopefully those doors will open up.
Okay.
All right, back to you.
And if you are undecided about entering the video contest, you can always, each semester that we have the contest, fall and spring, after the due date rolls around or comes and passes, there is a social science hour, okay, that's held online on Zoom, where there is a discussion. It's a scholarly conversation. I'm going back to this concept. This is one of our librarian concepts, is that as you become a student and you enter your field, you are supposed to learn, as one of the information literacy concepts, that knowledge keeps growing, changing. There's always an conversation, interplay of ideas, so that you keep seeing and hearing and learning new ideas, new perspectives, sharing your own ideas and perspectives, okay? And then that all kind of gets swished around, like shush, like it all melds together, and it informs you, and then you learn something new, and then the conversation keeps going. The learning doesn't end, okay? And at the social science hour that happens every semester, you can join on. We have guest speakers that are experts in their field from all over. Recently at the AI one, we had a professor from UCF, one of our sister institutions, our Direct Connect institution, which is heavily and aggressively developing AI certificates and programs to be at the top of that field, because that's such a growing field, as we all know. So expert panelists, but they take questions. We have chatting on there. So it's a great experience to learn something. And a lot of times you can get extra credit for doing it too. So, hey, that's a bonus, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking to see if you have any research assignments coming up in your classes. If you do, you have a speech, a report that you need some research help, let us know in the chat. Give us a little sample. What class is it? Like, what are you doing? And yes, the many folks who are asking, is this for credit? Yes, this is for credit. And you probably learned about that in our credit sort of domain there, Raider Connect. So yes, we got you covered.
I have a question.
How did you get in here if you didn't know it was credit? This is part of the whole deal. It's like a secret password. It's like credit. Let me in. Credit. Okay.
So all of you that are anxious to get your credit, I have a question. What do you expect to see when you come into the library? What do you expect to see, hear? What do you expect from us? Because we kind of told you a little bit about what we do, but I want to know, or tell me like the day and the time that you're going to come into the library to see us and get help from us.
Ooh, how about that?
How about that? You want your credit? What do we?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What's our deal? What are we going to get in return for your credit?
Oh!
Okay.
Where's that Nicole energy? Where's Nicole energy?
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
I thought Ross
I get
has-
that a lot. I get that often.
What?
Yeah.
So let's break that down. So Ross, if you look over Ross's shoulder, you see what is that, Ross? A tic-tac-toe board of all of your classes.
Mhm.
And because you email the students so frequently, they think it's a bot.
Yeah, I think I get that sometimes where people go, "Are you real?" Like, yes, I'm real. I'm here to help.
Really
I'm
real.
part of your class. But yeah, I'm just built into Canvas. If you were in a class with me, I'm just part of the class. I'm there like all of your classmates, just like your teachers. I'm just there as a resource for you. And that's why I'm reaching out.
And many of us are, and it just depends on kind of what those emails are and how frequently they come and stuff. But yeah, I can imagine that too. Guys, we have a lot of annotated bibliographies due at the end of the term as expected. And once again, if you're watching, you're listening, we help you with that. Librarians can help you with your references and your research. So make sure you can either book an appointment or drop in. Nicole wants you to just pop on in and say hi, ask for Nicole. You set that up, Nicole. You opened the can of worms. That means you're here every second that we're open.
That is how it is. By the way, I've talked to at least two students I can recall today that apologized for asking a question. And I'm like, no. Do not apologize. Come in here and ask anything at any time. And I want to reiterate that message here. Come in and ask us the questions. It doesn't even have to be about the library or library stuff or research. Literally, we are trained librarians to answer questions. If I'm in the grocery store and someone is like, do you happen to know where the mustard is? Trust me, I don't work at the grocery store, but I'm going to help that.
I'm going to help you find that mustard. We're going to find that mustard. And if, by the way, Nicole, I'll up you one. If that mustard is in the wrong place, I'm putting the mustard in the right place. That's what I'm doing. Thank you, Library School. Thank you, Graduate School. Alessandria, you need help with algebra tutoring? Please go to the Academic Success Center, online or in person on any campus. The friendly tutors there will help you. They will help you. No shame in the game. I had to do remedial algebra, basic algebra, algebra 1, algebra 2. I had to go back and do all that stuff. I understand. Sometimes the X and the Y and the thing and the parentheses and the doo-doo and the... there was a really funny moment in one of the Office episodes where he's trying to help her and he's like, oh, brr, brr, brr. And then someone walks over and goes, no, don't do that. no, you're an idiot. Don't do that. So anyway, sure, Alessandria, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah. So once again, because I'm plugging this today, and this is something that happens all the time. There's a website. I can't with the hair. It's like it's not working for me today. See, I'm trying to keep it over. I have a blemish on my forehead, so I'm trying to strategically cover it with the hair. But
Nicole, there's 570 trillion people watching this.
I know
you're getting a little. I was going to say you're getting a little.
But I'm also an open book. I will tell you things that you don't need to know. Okay. Anyway, I just had to explain it because I feel like you can tell you can see I'm trying to adjust here, and it's just not working. But anyway, you know what works? Getting involved with the Seminole State Social Sciences video contest. Yes, perfect segue. Once again, it's a great opportunity. The contest is only going to grow. We're already in talks with marketing and the foundation to increase the prizes and do all these kinds of things. So who knows where it'll go next. So stay tuned for that. Okay. And I
think we have one more takeaway in the chat before we give you the link. What's your one takeaway that you've learned thus far? If this is your first term and maybe you are in high school doing dual enrollment, what's your major takeaway? Do you have any questions about the college? Do you have any questions about anything?
Now's the time. If you have a question, pop it up.
And as you can see from my tagline there, I am finally finalizing finals. So I know finals are coming up. You're finally finalizing it. At the beginning of the term, it was like, hey, that's really far away. But now it's tomorrow. not legit tomorrow, but tomorrow. So do you have any questions? Use the chat, and then we're going to drop the link in here for attendance so everybody can get their attendance credit. So we'll do that here.
And by the way, if you are one of the many people, like such as Ross has been working with lately, that is stressing about citations, okay, trying to finish up those citations in time for finals, we have hours on the library website. If you just Google Seminole State Library, you pop on our website, there's a link to hours. Also, the hours for that current day for all of our campus libraries are on our homepage if you Google Seminole State Library. But when we're closed, well, we all go home, all right? But we have librarian friends. They're not really friends, but they're around the world and they're waiting to answer your questions on 24/7 chat. So listen here and listen carefully, and please follow this piece of advice. 3 p.m., 3 a.m.,
what time?
12 a.m.,
what time?
17 p.m.
What time?
If you need someone to check your citations, but the Seminole State Library branches are closed, go to 24/7 chat. It's right here. This is our little tiny URL for it, sem.state/lib-chat. But if you Google, go to Seminole State Library, a link to our chat is on there. It's open 24 hours a day. Librarians around the world will help you. Even if you have 10 citations that need to be checked, that's fine. They're getting paid to be there to answer and help you. So please use that service. We have tons of students that already do. And if you haven't used it yet, please do it. Don't get stuck in a bind and wait until we open at 7:45 a.m. Abigail. Oh man, I got a little video for that. When I hear someone's having a great experience at the school. Makes my teacher heart dance.
There you go. Gabriella, out of curiosity, how exactly do we receive our final grades once the grades are published? You will get the grades. The grades will be posted. That information is on the academic calendar. That calendar is available at where? SeminoleState.edu, and that also pertains to Caitlin. I dropped a link in there for the UCF Direct Connect. That information should be available. There should be an email, a phone number. We have a what do we call it? Like an outpost here at the SLM campus. So you could just drop in and see, outpost. Well, you said 17th o'clock, Nicole, so I can use outpost. There you
17
go. Awesome.
p.m. I saw it like on a meme because all these memes are saying, like after the time change, they're like, is it just me or does it feel like it's 14 p.m. or 17 p.m. or something, So it's
Absolutely.
Just memes. It's just memes.
So we're going to drop the link in here for the attendance chat, but we've only gotten a few that had a major takeaway. We want to get everybody's participation in here. So let us know in the chat, what's your one takeaway? What have you learned? Do you still have a question? We do have some questions coming in. So what you got, Nicole?
I was going to say, if that's too deep and heavy of a question, yes or no, are we cringe?
Cringe.
That's easier.
I fixed the faucet over the weekend. I did that. I fixed it. I had a tub spout. I had a tub spout. It was a leaky tub spout, and I fixed it. I went to something called Home Depot, and I went there, and it was like Disneyland, and there was axes and nails and leaf blowers. It was fantastic, and I fixed the tub spout.
I don't believe you. Footage. You were not there. I haven't seen the footage.
All right, here we go. We got one more. Don't be afraid to ask professors for help. Sure, ask anybody for help. Ask anyone who works here. We're all educators here. We all want to help you. I learned how useful the library can be. Okay, sure. And remember, when you say renting, that's technically, it's free. So there's no charge unless you don't bring a bag, and then we have to talk. But yeah.
Okay, but on an argumentative point, Jason, your
Yes.
tuition dollars and other fees and stuff do pay for these facilities and resources. So in essence, you have already paid for it. That's one more reason to use it, to come in
Perfect.
and see us. Yeah.
Jada, shout out to the librarians. Yes, absolutely. More love, more compliments, more love. What else did you learn? Learn that it won't stop? Lifelong learning, Alessandria. That's what that is. That's called lifelong learning. You are always learning. About this one, Sarah. Hey, how helpful people are at the school. Keep going. These are great. 24-hour chat, always available. How many hours in a day? 24 hours. That's how long it's available. All right, what else we got? We got to zip through these things. Okay?
Yay. I love
Right?
it.
More chat. Many helpful resources for sure. I learned I can get. Okay, so they all got that one. Okay, great. Resources, Gabriella, great. Okay.
And and you don't have to know everything at once. It's like tiny bits. So come in, you learn about one thing, and then you always can come back. You also can't use up chances. Like, it's not like you can only ask 3 librarian questions per semester, right? You can ask 3 billion if you need to.
Yes. All right. So we're
There's
dropping
no
in the
limit.
attendance link. Here's the attendance link for today.
Okay.
So you might have to copy and paste that link. I don't know if it translates as a hot link into the
Yeah,
chat.
people have been waiting for that part.
And remember, many of you are looking for credit for your FYE class. This is the time.
Mhm.
At the Sanford Lake Mary campus, we have 2 more weeks of Lunchbury and Nightbury. Today is the last Nightbury, but then next week we have a Lunchbury, and then we have a finals party. 5 hours. Boo, 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 boo. And we'll have food. Nicole, are we going to have the musical instruments on Wednesday?
I mean, I can't bring in my drum set, but if you we can probably get the music department to bring in the drum set. I know.
I think we're gonna do holiday karaoke. I think that's our backup plan. That's what we're gonna do. But we are doing full pub subs. We are doing food for Lunchbury and Nightbury. So if you need, all we do is click the link. Yes, Melissa, you click the link once, and you should be good to go. On the bottom, it should say a blue stripe on the bottom that says "Thank you. Your click has been received." Shout out to the 572 trillion people watching.
I mean,
although it says
that's such a
38
crowd.
there, that's a pretty big crowd.
Subscribe and like.
Mhm.
There it is. Great. We have many of you who attended. If you didn't click that link and you need it, stick around after the broadcast and we'll be in the chat. Anything else? Any last requests? Anything? No? You got the outro? Is the video ready to go?
Ross, do you have any bot-like things to say to close us out?
Goodbye.
There's the video. Hit the video. Hit the video.
Yeah, that was the
Hit the
video.
video. Hit the video.